Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video we'll be making a palazzo trouser with elastic band with this trending fabric. So you're going to fold into two just like this. So please just pay close attention. So fold it in a way that it's going to take in your measurement without any wastage. So I'm here cross-checking everything. Okay, so now I'll be using a band of about 2 inches. So all my measurement is going to start from 2 inches. So you're going to measure your crotch depth. So how I measure my crotch depth is your hip round divided by 4. So whatever you have, you're not going to add about 1.5 inches to it. So now starting from 2 inches, so the hip round divided by 4 plus extra 2 inches. So it depends on the size of the butt, either 2 inches or 1.5 inches. So that's what we'll be using. So altogether here, I think I'm using about 12, or just follow your own measurements. So that's going to be my crotch length. So starting from the 2 inches also for the band. So I'm going to measure the trouser length. Okay, so measure your actual length, add any allowance, then add about 2 or 3 extra allowance. So this will allow your palazzo trouser to flow very well on the floor. Not really dragging on the floor, but it allows you to sit properly. So now back to the crotch line. So a quarter of your hip round that you already measured, you're going to divide that quarter again by 4. So a quarter of your hip round divided by 4. So mark it. I think this is 10.5 or 10. So imagine it's 10. Add extra 1 inch. It's palazzo, so it needs to be free. So after that, now add your crotch extension, so which is 2.5. So imagine that 10 divided by 4 again is 2.5. So that's the measurement you're going to put. Then whatever you measured as your hip round, the 10 inches plus the extra 1 inch for is, take it to the waistline. You can see that's a straight line. Then you now connect this straight line to your crotch extension like this, in order to get the arc, the bum arc or the crotch arc. So this is it. So now whatever you have on this waist down to your crotch extension, you're going to extend it down to the trouser length. But in case you don't want the palazzo to be that wide, you can use your hip round to the crotch length and to the trouser length. I hope you understand. So I'm going to mark it, just whatever I have on the crotch line, just take it down to the length, to the full length. So this is it. So for the front, this is it. So you just go ahead and add 1 inch for joining allowance. That's your seam allowance. So add a 1 inch all through. So please, if you must get anything right with trouser, make sure you get your crotch measurement right. The crotch depth, that's the crotch line, and the crotch extension. Once this two is correctly marked, you don't have problem with trousers. So now the front is done. We'll move on to the back. So you're going to fold the fabric again into two, just like this. But remember, this one is going to be wider than the front. So remember to remove the 2 inches again for the band, then secure it firmly together. So I need to come down by some inches for the back. You'll know why later. So make sure everything is well aligned. So on this crotch line, I added 2 inches extra for the front, and to the back 2 inches extra. That 2 inches is for the crotch extension for the back, then extra 1 inch again. Then at the center back, I went up by 1.5 inch. You can go up by 2 inches or 1.5 inch. This is to extend the back measurement. So with this, it will give more room for the bum. To give more room for the bum. to sit well. So from this extension, I'm now going to extend it, cuff it down to the crotch extension. You can see. So with this, there'll be enough room for the pump to occupy. See the way I'm connecting it together. Okay, so this is it. So these are just a few adjustments. So just still making sure that my fabrics are well aligned together. If you have something heavy, you can place on it, or you secure it with pin. Okay, so now from the crotch extension, we need to find a way to extend it down to the trouser length. So now I want to find the midpoint. I want to locate my nail length. So from the crotch line, I measure down to the trouser length. That's from the crotch line, measure down to the trouser length, then you find the midpoint. After finding the midpoint, you go up by 2 inches. So that will serve as your knee length. So from the knee length, thereabout, I measured 1 inch down, added 1 inch to the front, added 1 inch, you can see. So you're now going to connect this 1 inch to the crotch extension. Just watch it carefully. So if you need to bend that side so that everything can sit properly, because it's going to look somehow if you just connect that crotch extension for the back to the right part, to the front part already. So that's why we need to measure 1 inch and connect it together. I hope it makes sense to you. So we'll go on and cut it out carefully. You remember we already added joining allowance to the front, so there's no need of adding any joining allowance again, because the front is what we're using to cut the back. So see the way I created this upper part. From the extension, you blend it slightly to the actual waistline by the side. So this is it, our front and back is ready. So we just go on and open up the folded parts in order to enable us join the front and back together. So you open the front up and also open the back. Okay, so let's go on and sew. Okay, so I already went on to join the side and the front. So let's work on the band now. So this is what I have after joining the necessary parts, even fixing pockets. So you're going to measure around the band, the waist round, whatever you have, measure everything round. Okay, so whatever it is, you go on and cut a fabric of that size. So I have this already cut out. So unfold is going to be about, I think, 1.5, because we're going to use 1 inch, half inch for joining. So you measure around and make sure it is exactly what you have on the waist line, on the waist round. So I got what I'm looking for, add joining allowance and cut out. So I'm going to join it by the side, join it on the open part. Okay. So this is optional. If you're going to be putting rope, you need to leave some part open. That's just what I mark. So it's just a space to put the rope. So you lock it before the opening and continue your sewing. So it depends on the size of the rope, but you can just leave about maybe half or 3/4 inch open. If you have enough space to leave up to 1 inch. So I'm going to fold. Then remember, this open part is going to be at the front, like at the center front. You can see the opening. It's going to be at the center front. So it depends on how you want it. So this is a elastic. I'll be using 1 inch elastic. So you're going to measure your actual waist round. Actual waist round. Okay, then remove about 3 or 4 inches out of it. If your actual waist round is 34, measure the 34, then remove about 3 inches from the 34 or 4 inches. So let's remove 3 inches. That'll be 31 inches left. So you're going to cut out the 31 inches and join it. So I'm joining it together. So maybe with the 1 inch I used to join, at the end of the day you have about 4 inches left, or you add extra joining allowance to it. Make sure you overlock properly, as in you back stitch properly, so that it won't cut off. Then after proper back stitching, I'll still go on and top stitch. Okay, so this is it. So when working with elastic, make sure you do not remove excess so that it won't be too tight. If elastic band is too tight, you won't like it. So I fix it inside. You can see the band is on fold. So make sure the elastic is inside, and you run a stitch all through just to secure it inside the casing. Run a stitch about 1/4 inch. Okay, then make sure not to sew on the elastic. This stitch is just to make sure it is enclosed, but please do not sew on the elastic. So you keep adjusting it until you are back to where you started from. Okay, and that is it. So if you like, at this stage too, you can run a stitch about a line or two on the band. This time around is going to be on the elastic, but I won't be doing that. So now locate your center front and where you have the opening, and put it very well. Position it well in a way that the opening you created is going to be at the front side or at the right side. But if there's no opening on your own elastic, you just leave it that way and join it to the main trouser. So if you watch this video to this point, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. So you carefully join it together with 1/2 inch. Join the band and the trouser together with 1/2 inch. Sew it carefully, please. And when you are done, you back stitch properly. So this is it. Flip it to the right side. So remember how you're going, when you place the elastic, it's going to be placed on the right side of the trouser. So this is what it looks like. If you're going to be putting in rope, you can insert your rope. And this is how beautiful it's looking. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's simple, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.